Okay, hopefully this time the mic is gonna work. I am trying to do like a palate cleanser the last time I did this, which I had forgotten to use my mic, and I had gone through and described everything I was doing in another game, and it just kind of embarrassed me for a little while. So I just had to take a moment and regroup and say, okay, let's try again. So that's what I'm doing. But I'm doing it with Brad because it's basically it's basically me fooling around, and so I don't have to be super serious about it. I'm gonna do a new run. Actually, what I think I might do is really do a new run. We're gonna select a new save slot. We're gonna start from the very start. I've got one that I've been working on for a while, but we're gonna start with an empty slot. So that you can see what it's like from the very beginning. And I am going to go back.
Style.
Let's try the new slot and see if it lets me keep everything that I've gained so far. And the answer is no. I'm keeping 1, 2, 3 of the styles that they have, which means that I only have the standard game rules. Now, I'm going to be honest and say that as far as options go, I am not going to play hard. I am not. So I'm going to use the assist features because I am not yet, I think, good enough to not do that. The one thing we'll leave, I think I'm going to leave the no damage from cliff falls because I just essentially hate that. If I had better motion with my controls, my ability to do the controls, I'd probably leave it, but no, but I guess what I will do is I will let go of this and let go of this and let go of this, and we'll just keep the increased attack power just because it's useful, and the no damage from cliff falls because I hate cliff falls in the first place, and we'll go with that. And now we're going to gameplay and make a couple of changes here. Actually, I'm going to leave it exactly like it is, where it says larger text file and gentle elder. Because let's be real, that's kind of what I am. Alright. And yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I've already turned up my audio so you can hear the music. And graphics I'm leaving alone because I think they're fine. If I need to be brighter, I'll come back in. They do have some darker scenarios that come up sometimes that I might come in and make a little brighter so I can see it a little better, but we're going to go with what we got. So, new run.
Select.
And new characters. We're going to start with Valley Girl, since that's the first one. And go in and see how this rocks. Now, since this is the new play, we might get a little storyline along with it, so let's see what happens next. It's been long enough, I don't quite remember.
We have lived in the shadow of those who came before us, weathering the dangers of this fractured world together. But the machines by which we draw our power, purify our air, and nourish our crops are failing. One of us must journey through the fallow to find new power sources. It is to the youth that we must turn now. For it is their vitality in which we must place our hope. Who will make this sacrifice? Yes, I can see it in your eyes.
So tiny.
You cannot survive the toxic breath of the fallow as you are. And so, By the power of the Menders, you must be remade. Your body will now absorb and use the toxins, the rads of the fallow, instead of being devoured by it. You will need this. Should you fall, this weapon will transport itself back here, so that others may continue the quest in your place. You set out in the morning.
I have a theory about cloning in this one, because if you ever play the same Valley Girl, then basically it makes sense that there's cloning going on too. So here we go. This is what it looks like at the very start. And I guess what I should do is kind of walk around here, talk to people.
Go now
The first time I
into
played
the
this,
fallow
I did
land.
that. The first time I just walked right through. That wasn't a mistake, but I missed a few things doing it. Now this guy, along this wall, there's going to be weapons that kind of accumulate over time. Alright. And then there are some places around here that you can maybe find objects to hit, and it'll give you like a couple of things to work with. Maybe not too. They have NPCs here, you know, so. Oh, there's a chicken on the toilet? That's funny. That's funny. Alright, we have no money, so we cannot buy this yet. But that's basically, she's our market gal, Shermie. The more you buy, the more her shop extends, and eventually get some, you have options for some really cool stuff that shows up. And some of these guys don't really do anything, they're just the people you talk to along the way. Alright, when you collect money and come back, you can put it in here, you press Y, and then it'll show up in here. Right now we have no funds. And the cool thing is, as you come back, and one of the strategies I've been using is, I recognize I'm not the best player, but what I can do is go in and should I make it through that first couple of rounds, I can just make sure I dump my tapes in here for later plays. And it does accumulate. And then that's Chet. Some of these people are people you can play and some are not. This is just basically kind of like a practice area. These people right now, they'll talk to you, but some of them have their own attitudes and perspectives on this. But this is where you can practice.
Floppy acquired.
That's something. The truth is, you only acquire this floppy like once, like at the very beginning. But it gives you a chance to try various little skills. Like that. It's one of my favorite things, is to jump on these cars and make a little bit of noise, and sometimes you get change from doing that, so it's a nice thing to do. Alright. Now, not everywhere is going to have somebody talk to you, and you're not going to be able to necessarily grab that steak off of there. But eventually, if you come over here, you're going to hand over a fruit to this guy, and he's going to grow it, and then you can pick it up and use it later. So you gain power and money, I guess, as you go. Whether you succeed at stuff or not. Alright. That's all I've been talking about.
Loading.
I can't believe I'm back in this tiny puny bat again, but it gets later there's like, oh, the difference it makes. But I'm a little better now, so I'll probably be more skilled at approaching some of these things than I was when I first started. And I knew nothing. Alright.
What was left of the ancients was half buried in the cracked lands.
When you first start, break everything. You saw that piece of meat there? When you get hurt, you're gonna want that piece of meat, so something to be aware of. And go ahead and hit all the rocks and all the plants and all the everything, because they'll have they'll have I want to call them greenbacks, but they're the tapes that you gather for money in this game. And you see that green trail there. That green trail, as you put down, the faster you get as you walk it. And also, the more you put down, the more chance you have for, like, droop, which is a kind of fruit to grow that is healing. And it's just basically, the idea here is that you're healing the ground as you walk. And it's one of the gifts that you've been given as the hero of the scene. It's the ability to heal the ground. So even though it looks like I'm just wandering around, which I am, it's not a useless wandering around, but a very intentional one on my part to make sure, okay, that I've got enough places to run and can run. Now, the green pools of water are toxic. If you could get the critters to run through who do not live in those pools, then it's very helpful for you, because it's one less critter for you to have to try and deal with.
Eventually, all that new growth made a difference.
Oh. Okay, these guys are kind of run at her, so you gotta just kind of move faster than they do. They hop, they're basically frogs, but that's not what they're called. Every critter you encounter, if you hit like, every critter gets added to the
Tome of the Ancients.
And basically, as you meet them, it gives you a little description of what you're looking at. So, like those are the Slamthibians, so it just tells you what their origins are. And that could be a lot of fun, and there's a lot. I mean, if you look, you can see that there's just a lot that you're going to encounter along the way. And a lot of items or consumables. Consumables are basically like health potions and fire potions and just a variety of things. And then the story, just, you notice how I went and talked to people. Well, you start getting a bit of the storyline when you do that. And I, of course, have not met everyone. And so, that's just something that accumulates over time. And so that's good. And then for your current player, you can look at the notebook. I currently do not have any major mutations of one way or another, and I don't have any quirks. Nor do I have any. I have the Mender Bat, and that's my only piece of equipment right now. Not necessarily terrible, but if you need info on where things are, that's how you find out.
Hard cash.
Ooh, my first buddy. When you have one of those, I guess I would call them restoration.
Mutation.
Oh dear. Okay. Alright, this tale is important and it's a good one, but it does make me laugh. Basically, you can launch eggs, and you get two little buddies here who will follow you around and help you out. Okay. But anyway, this little place is like a restoration place, and it opens the gates that will be the final boss battle.
They were called respirators because they breathed a little bit of life into the world.
I guess I should mention, okay, before I go hauling around, that this right here, this is a store, or not a store, but it's the dungeon, okay? And in the dungeon, you can find things like stores, and you can find things like things to battle. You can find random treasure chests, that kind of thing. So
There's the beef.
that's just something of which to be aware. The box will sometimes contain items and sometimes won't contain items. Alright, gonna see if there's a cash
The Menders
can
tried to
over here.
contain the devouring behind those gates, but it just didn't work.
And there's a droop. Thank you. I will take that. Yep. I'm gonna take a moment. Yeah, sometimes I'll let them handle the details. They're a nice little feature to have. They're not necessarily my favorite, but they do help. They do help when you have a whole lot of critters. And if I got too many little critters out, there's something else you can throw, like a little mini bomb out to help them. So
Floppies. Floppy acquired.
wow, they just are not lasting a long time. As you go along, you get these like mutations. There are going to be points where your mutation increases, and their power increases, and your power increases. The longer you live, the better you get, that kind of thing. So, just these tiny little critters right now, they are very helpful, and I am not complaining, but they do not have a lot of life to them. So. He's right there. Now, I haven't figured out what causes the fruit to grow. I don't know if there has to be X amount of greenery around and suddenly they just start appearing. I know on the first level they show up a whole lot. On the second level they show up a little bit. And then on the third or fourth level they just don't show up as much. And I honestly don't know why. Do the meat things show up in the... Oh, first one. Yeah, we gotta fall. Now, because I have the incarnation where the falls aren't gonna affect me, it's a good thing. I'm a little less afraid of them, but I don't like it. It happens. Oh no. Why am I getting one of these?
Dinero.
I should not be getting them just yet.
Moolah.
You know, whatever. When I first started out, you did not encounter the heavy hitters until that first boss fight. But afterwards you did. But apparently I've had enough in my other incarnation that they're just like, yeah, no, we're gonna show you these big ones now. Great.
The way forward is open.
Woo, but we're not gonna go there yet. I still have money to collect, and I still want to go through the dungeon. So I'm going. I already opened that apparently. Go. Oh, look at that, look at that. Well, isn't that very nice? Now, the Health Potion Classic is very handy later. And I am really going to end up debating which to take with me into the next game. What I really want to try and do is get this Droop to Billy. What I might do is drop it back. I know exactly where it's at. And then come back to this. And I'm not necessarily going to use it just yet because I still want to go into the dungeon or go drop into this place. Basically because I have things I want to try to. Yep, I go. Ooh, there's another droop if I need it. Good to know, good to know. Go in.
The Menders built the great
Here's
underground
the
to
dungeon. Here's
connect
the
everyone, but
dungeon.
I wouldn't be caught dead in there.
They have like a mini store.
The shops were run by the Cathode Raiders,
You can buy the
who were
floppy. I
way
already
into
have that,
artifacts
but I
and the
have, like,
4-3
six. I don't
aspect
really
ratio.
need it. Oh gosh. It's hard to know what to prioritize, but as this is my first playthrough on this, we're going to prioritize keeping the money just a little bit. If you accumulate enough money, you can start withdrawing it, and that makes a big difference later.
Endo mutation.
Not even if you live long enough, it just makes later in the gameplay. The truth is, this poor baby is I'm not going to say she's not long for the world, but she's got a lot ahead of her. We'll just put it that way. I'll get her as far as I can. Hopefully I mean, right now she's still vulnerable to those electric bites and to that fire. So gotta be careful. I'd live through all this.
Endo mutation.
Oh, okay. This is like the most useless one, but okay, I'll take it. Taking a moment to pet my cat. come by to say hi and see what I'm doing. The cats do not always understand that I'm playing the game. They just know that they want the scratches. That is fine. We love our babies here. Right. Oh! Big thing. Okay. Oh, yes. There's more.
Bankroll.
Yeah.
Risk it.
Just gotta be assertive.
Killer.
I got time. No, nothing.
What?
Yes. Thank you. A little range is always helpful. Now, what I found is we found the Galaga. It depends on the type. So, we found one, we found the other. They'll be the same type. Okay, that's not as good as what I got right now. Alright, I got meat all over the place, which is kind of nice. Sometimes you can meet someone up here, and they've been here for a while, and you get a chance to help them out.
Extermination. Unlocked.
Was this? Oh, it's
Artifact
free?
acquired.
Well, I will take the free thing. Now I don't have to pay for it. You've done better. Alright. So we are going to go ahead and head on back. So we haven't explored all the spaces on this one. So the nice thing about like the purple artifacts, especially if they're like the Galagas, they do follow you around, and that's very
Unlocked.
helpful. Ooh, yes.
Juicy. Exomutation.
Oh, I got a firearm, which is okay. My skills with this is getting better, so I can use this. It's maybe not my favorite, but I have learned to appreciate it when I needed it, so I'm not complaining. Okay, don't need anything. Well, actually, no. Got enough. I think I need to do that. It's always good to be able to do that. Wait, have they had this here the whole time and I've just not realized? Ah, my goodness. I can't tell you how often I've come and I've had money in the bank, but I've had 0 in my pocket. Ah, I feel very silly right now. Oh my gosh. I bet that's been there the whole time. The whole time. Alright, so I now have enough, I think, and actually a really advantageous setup. I've got the row, which will give me 2 helpers. I've got the Galaga, which gives me 3 helpers. And that means I'm not all on my own. And then I've got a range and an upfront way of accosting whatever is down here. So I have a surprising good chance of survival. Gotta be quick and just go first. When I start, what I found out is I just have to run around. Just key is to stay away, let the leaders handle it. Oh, yeah, that's it, but that's okay. That's what I have to.
Meat for the grinder. Hard adaptation.
Oh my goodness, we're actually gonna live to this at a first stage level. I mean, I totally did not expect it, but it shows how much I've improved. When I first did this, I cannot tell you how many times I most certainly did not. But that's because I didn't know run away. I didn't know use the advantages you have, like, you know, press the button. Well, a lot of this is cool. But I'm healed up, so I don't need to carry around the juice. What I do need is fruit, so that Billy will cook it. Or not cook it, but seed it down. So I am gonna grab this, and we're gonna go talk to Billy, and we're gonna put our money in the savings account and let it grow. I'll have to earn cash on the second round by myself.
Gates to instantly move between places.
Okay, so you got this gate, which will take you to the next level, but you can't really save there. But if you take this gate, you get to go back home for a bit, and you can save. And that's just very helpful, honestly speaking. Now, what's funny about this game is it came out, you know, like several years ago. It's not exactly, I think, on the super popular realm. But what I found that I really enjoyed is very much hack and slash, meaning just go in and you whack things around. It can be very cathartic and oddly relaxing to do so. I am going to go just to make sure that I can. I'm just going to buy a floppy so that I'm building her store. Docking the tapes in. Now I have 36 tapes. I can now inject 20 if I want. We're gonna just let it grow. We're gonna let that grow. We're gonna go talk to Billy. That's funny. Billy not ready to give me? Okay. Gotta drop the fruit. Awesome. Alright, so Billy's gonna grow that fruit now. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save and exit. It makes sense to do it at this point because it gives you a place to start from if you need to. If you need to quit for whatever reason, which can happen. You know, you're on a run and you just kind of like, I gotta go do something else for a while. This is where you want to stop and do that kind of thing. And, you know, if you catch yourself before you die, then you can come back and try again if you want to. I do that sometimes, just to kind of, if I like what mutations I've had, and there are a few that I really just enjoy or find funny or whatever. But if you like them, then you can come back and play around with them a little longer if you catch things on time. The truth is, though, those first few play times you're gonna die. Or there are some people who are better than I am. So let me rephrase that. There are those who probably can go through this in a couple hours and just have no problems at all. But if you're like me and this is not your usual game style, and that's the experience. You know what I mean? All right. So there's Shermie again, and I might consider getting another. Wait, what did I say? Oh, that's very nice. Stock with. And this guy just kind of gives you some, you know, advice on how to play. All right, here we go. Rolling to the next level.
Loading.
Yes. Pretty soon, I'm gonna call it good, but we're gonna do this round, maybe another one, depending on how far I get. But some can take me a while to do, and so I wasn't shooting for a really long play on this one anyway. I just wanted to try it again and give it a go from the very start.
They say that the remade ones could turn poison into life.
Okay, every now and then you're gonna find someone.
Hey.
This is Eli. And Eli has, you know, stuff that you could get. Like there's Hot Foot, which we already have, so there's no point in getting that. There's Increased Range, that might be a good one to get. And then Hulk Conscious, which is one of my favorites because you walk faster on the green. And it can be actually a blast to have when you've got like 2 or 3 shots of that. And you're just speeding along. And yeah, that one can be a lot of fun. But you can only have so many of these endo and exo mutations. So you gotta be selective. My personal favorites usually involve things that protect me from the water, which I believe is the waterproof, and the Hot Foot, that it protects you from the fire, and then there's an electric that protects you from the letting these two camera detail. As you walk around the land, you're gonna discover all sorts of like buildings. Like I've seen gas stations, and, you know, broken houses, places by the highway. Oh no, dude. Now this guy can't really hurt me. I'm on the fire, or on the car. It can hurt me when I'm on the ground. Oh, this thing. Alright, if I have...
Legal
like,
tender.
Like an item, I can drop it in here, and it might give me something else. It can be really good, or, you know, it can reject it and kind of shoot fireballs at you, depending. But when it's good, it's wonderful. And there are tricks.
Offering accepted.
What happened? Oh my goodness.
Offering rejected.
Oh.
Does a body good.
Right away, man.
Gravy.
Okay, apparently if you fight real close to them, so
It took time, but
Okay.
the world did eventually heal.
I run away an awful lot. Game. I just run away, especially when I have these little companion type. I just don't see the point of trying not to run away. Oh dear. Galloping mushrooms are like the worst.
Cash.
God, especially when they're the fire ones. Oh my golly. That's terrible. I can tell I'm starting to get tired, so stop talking. I apologize. I'm starting to concentrate on what I'm doing.
Flame broiled brisket.
Yeah. Even though it's all smacking, hitting things and whatever, you just kind of hit a point where you have to pay attention to what you're doing. Oh!
Dinero.
Did you see that guy try and get high so he can get me? Fortunately, I have hot foot. Some of these things won't break unless you do a double jump or whatever. I didn't see one of those. Okay, yeah, no. Sorry, I had a moment of, wait a minute, is there something for me to turn on over? And back out. Yep, this is probably my last, I lived through this one, I'll just save it. But actually, you know what I haven't been playing around with firearms. Just sort of wandering around not shooting with my firearm. Yeah, let's just stand right there, so. What is that?
Unlocked.
That's... La la la.
Bills.
I love the narrator on this one, I gotta say. Just nice, deep voice, real articulate. I just love it. Good narrator on this game. I can get up there. You have double jump, and it's so much easier to get up.
Floppies. Hard cash.
Just walk through that fire there. The hair, they didn't do Oh.
Mutate.
That could be alright.
Key acquired.
That's basically you run faster than everybody else.
Cat floppy key.
I've come to appreciate it. I didn't appreciate it as much earlier when I was doing gameplay. I've come to appreciate the ability to move faster than other things when I need to. I can manage level 1 and 2. It's when I hit 3 and 4 that I tend to hit my, not my limit, but where my skill set is. So I've gotten a lot better.
Samolian.
Hero.
Bling bling.
I love that they
Floppy acquired.
I mean, they look just awful, but it's fun that they fur.
Cheddar.
My problem is sometimes I have the ability to technology. I mean, I get focused on using like 1 or 2 abilities, and then I have to remember, no, I have plenty of options, really. I've been this way? Apparently so. How am I doing on this?
Hot-blooded. Endo mutation.
Yeah.
Doe.
Oh, I didn't see that the last run, too.
White
Sometimes
meat.
you get knocked off the wall, and that's just entertaining. That's all right. What's this? Oh, okay. This is the cabin. It's definitely a dead zone. Sorry, I lost my attention. I got my attention grabbed by other things here.
Floppy key.
I made poor decisions here.
Totally.
Alright. Dang it.
Bankroll.
Yeah, I wasn't facing the right way. Good stuff. You give me meat. Alright, I am faced with a dilemma of sorts. What I really need is life support here.
Top round.
That. I got enough health. I can go do the thing. My goodness, that was scary. The thing is, these little dungeons here often have very, very valuable things.
I never heard much about the caves because those who went in never made it back out.
Money.
Oh no.
Legal tender.
Alright, I'm obviously now at the I'm very focused part, so just know I'm just trying to survive, so if you're hearing me not talk right. Oh, here it comes.
Baby needs a new pair of shoes.
I love the commentary.
Hard cash.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Does a body good.
Take that. I could use even more of those if they dropped more often. That'd be great.
Floppy acquired.
Man, I'm floppy rich this time.
opened.
Take that, thank you. I'm just gonna hold on to it and I'm gonna try and drink it. Even though technically, really, I kind of need it, but until I find another to replace it. Did that go down? There we go. Oh, we're gonna wait on this for just a moment. Here's the thing. I go down that one, and there's gonna be some heavy fighting, so I got all my little buddies here. Everybody's all healed up. Alright. My goal is just to keep running. I keep running. Nope.
Loose change.
And what's this? Now it might take me back up to the top, or it might take me to a whole different level. Passageway. I got 129 of these things. I could just go fight the oh gosh, choices. And it's running a little late for me, but not too late. I'm kind of awake. This just means right here where it's, you know, kind of glowy, it means that it give me extra health. Well, we might be able to come back to it. I might just save that and decide whether I'm going to come back to it. We're not gonna go grab that. Move on. Okay, we have 1 of 3 of these figured out. So maybe I do actually need to go back. Maybe that'll take me to the next one. Sometimes hard to say. No, I'm keeping the rewind tape. That might help me to live a little longer, so. There it is. I knew there had to be a bit.
Dinero.
Floppy.
Alright, now I am not going to spend time tempting that poor little dude. I'm sure there's possibly wonderful things in that box, but we are going to ignore that. In favor of seeing if there's another door that'll get me to the third icon, respirator.
Something hidden.
Quicker exit is this way. You press Y, it'll take you to the other one. There we are. Okay. Look up here and see if there's
Simoleons.
come in this way. Try it again. Not sort of. Heal the kids first.
The way forward is open.
Alright. Now I just gotta follow the pink line. That'll take me back toward. Now, given that I have the firearm, I'm gonna go ahead and
Hot-blooded.
get the range.
Endomutation.
Got a little more range. There we go. Alright, I am as prepared as I can be for this thing. And I'm taking this one rather than the other one because I know I'll be able to go back and save, and then I can take a break and come back later. Alright guys, here we go.
Feculor.
Got the introduction. Oh, it's terrible.
mutation, level up!
That was a heck of a thing. Super video rewinder. All right, let's
Artifact.
try this.
Mutant heart!
Now we got 4. 4 hearts. Awesome.
Paused.
Alright, so if I
Nope.
go into the notebook, I got the chrono. If I would use it, I have the brain freeze, which allows me to go a little bit faster. And then the death throw and the firearm. That's what I've got. I have bonus range, which makes things a little bit hotter, farther. Hull conscious, which makes me run a little faster, and alright. And then the item, of course, you got the health potion, but the super video, if you rewind more health and try again, breaks on youth. And then, of course, I got Yarga, which is just awesome, and of course, none of that. So we have done really, really well for a first run through on a brand new save. I'm just saying, it's been good. Now, kids, they're gonna disappear,
Transference
and I
gates
just
can
went ahead and
instantly
healed
zap
them up
someone to
because
faraway
that's just
places.
what you do. So off we go. Heading back home, gonna save, and then I'm gonna take, I'm gonna sleep. Is what I'm gonna do. It's late night for me right now. But I had a lot of fun. I hope you've had fun watching. If you watched it, get that great too, because this was more about me getting back into the swing of things again. Right? Let's go see if it's grown yet. Let's go see if Alright, let's go deposit these tapes. Bank account grow. Awesome. If it were that easy in real life, it'd be so awesome. Alright.
Paused.
There we go. Save and exit. And we're gonna call it good. Thanks for joining me.